and today I'm going to introduce my essay, Building a Sustainable City for Indian Immigrants, a case study of Hsinchu City. After hearing this long title, I'm sure you must have some questions to it, so I'm going to start my presentation with some explanations about it. So first of all, building a sustainable city sounds like something really impressive, but what exactly is a sustainable city? The phrase sustainable city comes from Goal 11 of the SDGs goals. According to the UN, a sustainable city should include features as follows. First is inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. So you can get the basic idea of what a sustainable city should look like. It should be a city that includes features above to every citizen. But this vision is far away from reality. Just look around in your daily life. Though we and those who sleep by the stair of train station, those who gather around in Hsinchu mode, are all citizens in Hsinchu. The quality of life each of us can get are still different. So what can we do to eliminate these differences in city life? Are there any people near me that have encountered the same obstacle? That leads us to the next question. Why do I choose Indian immigrants as my study subject? With a governmental policy called the New Southbound Policy being put into practice in 2016, the working population in Hsinchu Science Park has changed, and not in a slight way. According to the Ministry of the Interior National Immigration Agency, as of March 31st, 2022, with a total of 5,444 Indian immigrants living in Taiwan, there are 907 of them are living in Hsinchu, which is a really huge number. But if you ask yourself, assuming you are all Hsinchu citizens, we don't really know Indian culture, talk to Indian immigrants, or have a well understanding of them. Thus, it makes us unfamiliar about how do they feel when living in a city like Hsinchu. Is Hsinchu a sustainable city to Indian immigrants? And if not, where can we start to make some changes about it? That's what I want to figure out in my research. And to do that, I started giving out questionnaires on Facebook clubs. Since it's the most convenient way for me to get in touch with Indian immigrants in Hsinchu. Online questionnaires also make people feel more free to express what they truly feel without being uneasy that people they know might recognize them. The questionnaires I gave out include the following 4 sections. First, entertainment requirement, which aims to understand the daily life of Indian immigrants beyond their job or school. What do they do in their free time? And is there enough entertainment venues for them? The second one is cultural habits. Are there any cultural habits that Indian immigrants have kept after moving to Hsinchu? And do these habits affect their life in a foreign city? Do they encounter any obstacles when trying to keep their traditions? The third one is belongings. Do Indian immigrants feel like home or feel relaxed when being in Hsinchu? Is it difficult for them to build a new social network? And the last one is wishes. What is Indian immigrants' opinion on Hsinchu? Is there anything that they think can be improved or remain the same in this city? This questionnaire have been open for answering from January 30 to February 15th, collecting 21 questionnaires, which includes 4 females, and 15 of them are in the age of 25 to 35 years old. 3 of them are in the age of 18 to 25 years old, and 3 in the age of 35 years old to 45 years old. And in terms of their education background, 9 subjects are currently studying in graduate school, and the other 12 subjects have been employed and can be put into 3 categories. Those who work in technical industry, those in educational industry, and the others. too diverse to be given a category name, respectively having 6, 3, and 3 subjects. After the questionnaire has been collected, subjects have mentioned a few pros and cons living in Hsinchu city. They think living in Hsinchu is beneficial for them because Hsinchu has a big Indian community, and with friendly people, good university, and science park in it, it provides them a lot of working opportunity. And because Hsinchu is a small city to Indian immigrants, everything is accessible close, and the cost of living is not as high as Taipei. And the last one is that there is a lot of natural side around Hsinchu city. And here's some defaults Indian immigrants think about living in Hsinchu. The first one is that there is not much entertainment on weekends, which leads to lack of social life for Indian immigrants. And the second one is that there is transportation problems. And sometimes Indian immigrants feel a little bit socially isolated, since the locals often treated them differently just based on their nationality. And according to the subjects, all of the subjects' answers, the problems they have encountered in daily life can be summarized as the following 5 issues. First of all is lack of entertainment options. Subjects tend to go out of Hsinchu or go into nature in their free time due to few entertainment venues in Hsinchu. Infrastructure that is established with the intention to entertain citizens is inadequate for Indians, which leads to the lack of options when subjects try to find a place to relax on weekends or on day offs. And the second one is inconvenience when conducting cultural habits. Nearly all of the subjects, 17 out of 20, have kept some of their habits from their hometown after they moved to Hsinchu. Cultural habits don't directly result in conflicts and huge misunderstandings based on subjects' experience, but a certain number of Indian immigrants keeping cultural habits from their hometown shows the need of places that provide a space to conduct and proceed with their habits in order to maintain their connection with self-identification. And the third one is unfriendliness in the neighborhood. Subjects has mentioned that the local residents are usually not friendly to them, and there is very little interaction between the locals and Indians. Subjects also noted that they have been treated unfairly due to their nationality. Fourth is language barriers. Since subjects often didn't understand Chinese, such language barrier has causes inconvenience in workplace and school for them to interact with the locals. And the last one is different food habits. It is difficult for Indian immigrants to find halal restaurants or cook Indian food in Hsinchu. And based on their answers, here's some possible solutions that I think of that can be used in improving for the situations Indian immigrants has encountered, such as building an official activity centers for Indians in Hsinchu, which provide all kinds of courses or activities for Indians to participate in, and for Indians in Hsinchu to connect with each other, providing support when needed. It can also be used as a place for Taiwanese and Indians to communicate and understand each other better by learning about culture on both sides. And through holding activities for all Hsinchu citizens to participate on Indian holidays, such as Diwali and Holi, it can make boundaries between Indians and Taiwanese slowly disappear and help both sides to let go of the prejudice they once had. And the last one is to provide free Chinese lessons for those in need, helping Indians to fit in or make their daily life easier. And that leads us to my conclusion. When we are talking about sustainable city, we often neglect that becoming one not only needs to fulfill citizens' basic needs, but also their satisfaction on belonging somewhere. A high-quality city life should also include having a healthy mind, which sometimes depends on one's social life, entertainment, and identity to the place you live in. And all of this is possible to achieve through planning facilities or activities in the perspective of people with different cultural backgrounds, but in the same city. So, I think to make Hsinchu a sustainable city, we can start by making it a friendlier city to everyone living in it. Thank you.